Okay. And this camera's crazy. Okay, so we are. Why is the screen look like this? Alright, so we still. Now you can't even see. I'm just gonna flip the screen around. Okay, so we still down here. We still down here in front of Winnebago County Administration Building. I just want people to understand. I want people to go on Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media app you use. In Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Same thing happened there this weekend that happened here. We actually had it worse. Happened double here. Actually, here, let me plug this. I'm gonna plug this mic in. I know the wind making it. I know the wind making it difficult. Hold on 1 second. Alright, here we go. Okay. Hopefully I can be heard. I don't got the headphones, so I can't tell if you can hear me or not. But and I don't know, this might be sideways. This might not even be turned the right way, but that's neither here nor there. So we down here. What's up, man? Down here at the Winnebago County Administration Building. And we just down here leaving some messages to the people who work Winnebago County Board about what took place over the weekend from their sheriff's department. And so we need people to come out. We want people to come out. Come out. We gonna be here in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. The officer who did the murdering of the young man in Brooklyn Center was fired. She was fired. Resigned. She resigned. People always want to be specific about shit, so I know somebody in the comments or somebody watching the video yelling, they resigned. She resigned. The chief of police resigned. Now here in Rockford, Tyrus Jones was attempted to be murdered. Chief of police did not resign. The mayor did not have a press conference. They did not release the video footage. Nothing. What did you do, personally? What you do? Ask yourself that. So maybe for you, Tyrus Jones, you didn't have empathy for that case. That wasn't for you. Denzel Duvant. Anybody who ain't seen it, his pictures all over the May 30 for Lions page, all over my personal Facebook page. I might as well just turn this like this. I think is it the right way? No, I think I need to turn like this. Denzel Duvant assaulted, beat. My fault. I'm probably too far away from the mic. Assaulted, beat. Nothing happened. What did you do? Did you have empathy when Denzel was assaulted and beat? I hope I'm loud enough. Hope I can be heard. This weekend, I don't know how to pronounce this young man's name properly. I believe it's Faustin Guaitago. Excuse me for not being able to pronounce his name right. I hope that I can one day have the honor of meeting his family and they can personally tell me the right way to pronounce his name. It's a shame that this is the way that we'll learn the enunciation of this man's name. Also, on Sunday, if anybody watching this and is connected to the family of the young man, the young 19-year-old who was shot on Sunday, please reach out to me or please reach out to the May 30th Alliance Facebook page. We just want to make sure before we start saying people's names and putting people's names out there that we can try to talk to people's families. So I want to be writing his name too. The wife of Faustin spoke to the Rockford Register Star, spoke to some news outlets, and the story came out. So the name was released. So we are putting his name out here. I also want to speak about this. I know some people probably watched the May 30th Alliance press conference that we had. We will have another press conference before the bi-weekly one that the state's attorney is having. And I just want to clear up. We were misinformed. That's why I tried my best to make sure and say we had got word and we had heard about the person that was murdered on Saturday being a off-duty deputy. That was incorrect information. We had heard that it was a white man that was murdered by a black deputy. That was incorrect information. I want people to understand the reason that we and I say we, even though it was I who spoke it, because of the lack of transparency, the lack of accountability, the lack of the purposeful duplicitousness that has happened since May 30th. Anytime any information is brought forward, we can really never know what is true and what is false. And so we have, as a community, and because of the difficulty it is as a community still trying to become organized, to still try to get a hold of people's families once these things happen, and try to get a hold of people's loved ones when these things happen, and see what it is we can do, and see, because every time this things happens, the police are gonna always protect the police. State's attorney gonna protect the state's attorney and the police. The mayor gonna protect the mayor and the police. You know, everybody gonna protect each other. So you have to make it disadvantageous for them to protect each other and for them to protect the institution. And you have to do that by making people uncomfortable, making the institutions uncomfortable. And so since we know what honesty makes them uncomfortable, and the truth makes them uncomfortable, information makes them uncomfortable, when information is brought forward to us from the community, we try to put that forward, and we try to make sure that we tell people we do not know if this is true or not. We are not trying to be journalists. We ain't trying to be 23 or 13 or Fox, ABC, none of those things. So we apologize for information that was that we spoke about yesterday that ended up not being tangible. Again, I just want people to understand, we are down here at Winnebago County Administration. I want you to go onto Twitter. Go on to Twitter. Go on to Twitter. Go on to Facebook. Whatever, YouTube, whatever, Snapchat. What's the other one? Where they be dancing? TikTok. Go into all of those, and you see how the people in Minnesota, you see how they have mobilized, how they have got out after that young man was brutally murdered. And I want y'all to know this. The reason that officer was fired, the reason that officer resigned and the chief of police resigned and that video came out is because the community stood up and said that what was going to happen. So what you going to do? This is what we doing. We writing in chalk. Ask yourself this. Are you willing right now, whatever you're doing, get up, come down here. We going to be down here. We staying down here. They murdered this man. I want you to think about that. And that's what we asking people to do. Come down here, get some chalk, and write this man's name in chalk. That's the first thing that you can do to try to help get us a baby step closer to justice. A baby step, a crawl, not even a baby step, a crawl closer to justice. What are you doing right now? This is what I want people to understand this. For anybody who might be worried or fearful, or maybe you feel like this ain't for you, or you worried about being arrested or the police, that's what I want people to understand. It can be you. You would think about this. At some point, the two people who got shot over this weekend, you know how the magnitude of the protests that happened around the George Floyd murder was. So you know it's impossible that it's impossible that both of these people, neither one of them, heard about these things or seen none of these things, right? So that means at some point in time after George Floyd was murdered last year, both Faustin and the young 19-year-old who was shot here over the weekend, and Tyrus Jones for that matter, and Denzel Duvant for that matter, all of them watched and seen these things happen and heard somebody say it can be you. Heard somebody say it can be their family. Heard somebody say it could be your son, or it could be somebody you care about. It could be somebody you love. And now look up. It done been them. It done happened to them. I want people to share this post. I'm gonna go off here because I got to keep on going. And it's no need to. Hold on, turn this around. It ain't no need to be duplicitous or nothing like that, right? So we got somebody at holding down City Hall because the Rockford Police Department shot somebody. So we got to have somebody holding down City Hall because Rockford culpable too for that. And then the Winnebago County Sheriff's deputy murdered somebody on Saturday. So I'm outside of the Winnebago County Administration building with the chalk. We stretched thin. It's a little bit colder than I'm sure most people would like. But what is it that you're doing? What is it that you're doing tonight? You watching Netflix? You watching Hulu? You watching HBO? We need chalk. Hold on, let me turn this around. Hold on. We need chalk. We gonna need more chalk. I'm finna pause this, get back to doing what I'm doing, but we need more chalk. It's a lot of sidewalk. It's a lot of space. They murdered somebody. Anybody who maybe you unaware, maybe this is the first time you're hearing about this, I want you to go look through the May 30th Alliance page, and you will see all the information. You will see all the information. Hold on, let me see. I had the newspaper. Yeah. Right here. Hold on, let me see. Show this again. I just want to make sure people understand what I'm saying. I'm not showing you something from 5 years ago or 3 years ago or a year ago to you. This happened over the weekend. What are you doing? You. Yes, you. I'm talking to you personally. What are you doing? 2 people shot this weekend by the police. Y'all share this. Y'all think about it. Y'all do some soul searching. We outside.